Today we will see refraction of light. Previously we have seen reflection of light. So today we will see refraction of light. This is another phenomenon of light. So what happens? See, when light falls on an object, suppose this is an object. When light falls on an object, it has two options. Either it will bounce back or it will move inside the object. So this portion is reflection. This portion is reflection. We have studied about this portion. Now we will study about this portion. When light enters into the medium, when light enters into the object, when light falls on an object and it enters into object, we will study about this property of light, that is refraction. So what is refraction? Suppose this is a glass. Suppose this is a glass. So light is falling on the glass surface. Now what will happen? Some light will bounce back and some light will move inside the glass. So this part is reflection. This is incident light. This is incident ray. This is reflected ray. This is reflected ray. And this is refracted ray. At the point of incident became the normal. So this is normal. This line is normal. The angle made by incident ray and normal is angle of incident, and the angle made by normal ray and reflected ray is angle of reflection. The angle made by the refracted ray and the normal is angle of refraction. I am denoting by here theta. Theta is angle of refraction. What is theta? Theta is angle of refraction. Theta is angle of refraction. So like we have law of refraction. So similarly here we have also law of refraction. So what is law of refraction? Law of refraction. Let us see what is the law of refraction. The law of refraction, statement 1. There are 2 points on law of refraction. First statement says that the incident ray refracted ray the incident ray refracted ray and normal at the point of incident all lies in the same plane. All lies in the same plane. What does it mean? It means that if this is the glass, now this is the incident ray, if this is normal and this is the refracted ray, then these 3 lines should be lying on the same plane. That is the first law of refraction. So similar to the law of reflection, here also all these 3 lines, incident ray, normal and refracted ray, should lie on the same plane. And next point is about the angle. In this case, the angle of incident and the angle of reflection are not equal. The ratio of sine of the angle of the ratio of sine of the angle of incident and sine of the angle of reflection is constant. Unlike law of reflection, here angle of incident and angle of reflection are not equal. Here the ratio of angle of sine of the angle of incident and sine of the angle of reflection is constant. So what is the meaning of this? It means if we draw, suppose this is glass. If we draw a angle of incident and angle of reflection, so this is, suppose this is I and this is R. So what does it mean? I is here angle of incident and R is here angle of reflection. What is I? I is here angle of incident, and what is R? R is angle of reflection. So here the sine of I, or we can say sine I by sine R is constant. This is constant. This is constant for the given medium. So unlike law of reflection, here these two angles are not equal. The ratio of sine of these two angles is constant. That is sine I by sine R is equal to constant. And this is also known as Snell's law of reflection. Snell's law. So what does it mean for a given medium? It means, suppose this is glass. This part is glass, and this portion is here. Now suppose here light is coming from here and it is making 30 degree. It is making 30 degree. So here let us say it is making 45 degree. Okay, let us say it is making some angle theta 2. Let us say it is making some angle theta 1. So we can say that sine of theta 1 by sine of theta 2 is constant. This is the meaning of law of reflection of second point. Sine of theta 1 and sine of theta 2 is constant. Here theta 1 is angle of reflection. Theta 1 is angle of reflection. Theta 1 is angle of incident and theta 2 is angle of reflection. So let us introduce new term, refractive index. Refractive index. Refractive index It is generally denoted by mu. What is refractive index? Refractive index is defined as the speed of light speed of light in air divided by speed of light in air. Speed of light in medium. Speed of light in air by speed of light in medium. What does it mean? It means that suppose this is a glass. Now this side is here. Now if light is traveling here, the ratio of the light of speed in this medium, this is here, and when it enters in glass, it travels some different speed. The speed of light in the glass. So ratio of these two speed is the refractive index of this medium. So this is the refractive index of medium. What is mu here? Mu is refractive index of medium is equal to speed of light in air by speed of light in medium. So let us say that this is mu1, this is mu1, this is mu2. Mu1 and mu2 are the refractive index of this medium. Here some different medium is present. This is the medium boundary, and the refractive index of this medium is mu2. Now suppose light is coming here. Suppose light is coming here. This is the angle of incidence. This is I1, and it goes inside the medium. So this is angle R, angle of refraction. So here mu1 sin I, mu1 sin I equal to mu2 sin R, mu2 sin R. This is the relation. Or you can say that sin I by sin R, sin I by sin R is mu2 by mu1, mu2 by mu1. So based on mu1, I, mu2 and R, it depends on whether mu1 is greater than mu2 or the light or the medium from where light is coming and where it is going. The refractive index of those two medium depend on that. This angle I and angle R will be equal, not equal, or which one will be greater, it depends on mu1 and mu2. So we have already defined that mu is c by v, where c is the speed of light in air and v is the speed of light in the medium, and mu is the refractive index of that medium. Mu is the refractive index of that medium. What is mu? Mu is the refractive index of medium. Refractive index of medium. C is the speed of light. Speed of light in air. Speed of light in air. and v is the speed of light in medium. Speed of light in medium. So like mass density, we here we have also refractive index. So here whether medium is denser or rarer, it is based on the mu or refractive index, that is optical density. Optical density. If there are two medium, mu1 having refractive index of mu1 and mu2, suppose mu1 is the refractive index, mu1 is the refractive index of mu1 is the refractive index of mu1 is the refractive index of medium 1 and mu2 is the refractive index of medium 2. mu2 is the refractive index of medium 2. Refractive index of now if mu1 is greater than mu2, then we will say that mu2 is more optically dense, or we can say that mu1 is optically denser than mu2. So in this case we can say that medium 1 is optically denser. Medium 1 is optically denser. Medium 1 is optically denser, or we can say that medium 2 is optically rarer. So based on whether medium has refractive index greater than another medium, we define whether medium is optically dense or optically rarer. Now suppose this is mu1, this is mu2, and mu2 is greater than mu1. This is the medium boundary. Here is the medium 1, here is the medium 2. Here is the medium 1, here is the medium 2. Here is the medium 2. So if the light is coming from medium 1 and it goes to medium 2, this is normal, this is I, this is R. So we know that mu1 sin I is equal to mu2 sin R, or we can say that sin I by sin R is equal to mu2 by mu1. Now mu2 is greater than mu1. It means what? means what? mu 2 by mu 1 is greater than 1. If mu 2 by mu 1 is greater than 1, it means we can say that sine of I by sine of r is greater than 1. Sine of I by sine of r is greater than 1. So it means what? Sine of I is greater than sine of r, and we know that when sine of I is greater than sine of r, we can say that angle I is greater than, or we can say that angle I is greater than angle r. Angle I is greater than angle I. It means what? It means what? When light is coming from optically rarer medium to optically denser medium, then this angle will be less than I. So here whether it will move towards normal or it will move away from the normal, it will depend on the ratio of mu1 by mu2, or the ratio of refractive index of medium 1 by medium 2. From here light is coming to, from here light is going. The ratio of mu1 and mu2 or mu2 by mu1 will decide whether light will bend towards the medium, towards the normal, or light will bend away from the normal. So when in this case mu2 is greater than mu1, in this case mu2 is greater than mu1, it means what? This is optically denser. So here light is coming from optically rarer medium to optically rarer medium to optically denser medium. Optically denser. So we have seen that angle of I is greater than angle of r. Angle of I is greater than angle of r. That means this light is bending towards the normal. It means what? Light is bending towards the normal. So had it been the opposite, that means if the light travels from mu2 to mu1, in that case the refracted ray will bend away from the normal. In that case what will happen? I will be less than r, or angle of refraction will be greater than angle of incident. In that case light will be bent away from the normal. So let us see some example to give you more clarification on this. Suppose light is coming from some medium. This is an 30 degree. Here mu1 is equal to 1, and in this there is the medium boundary and mu2 is equal to 1.5. So we don't know this angle. Let us find out angle of refraction. What is the angle of refraction here? In this case, we know that mu1 sin I is here 30, mu1 sin 30 is equal to mu2 sin theta. mu1 is 1, sin 30 is half, mu2 is 1.5 into sin theta. If you simplify this, what we will get? 1 by 2 into 1.5, which is sin theta. Will get 1 by 3 is equal to sin theta. So we are getting theta, value of sin theta is 1 by 3. So we know that, see, how to find the value of theta, whether it is greater than 30 or less than 45. We know that sin 0 is 0, sin 30 is 1 by 2, sin 45 is 1 by root 2. This is 1 by 2. So 1 by, what is 1 by 3? 1 by 3 is 0.3 by 3, 0.33. So it means sin theta, this value will lie between 0 and 30 degree. It will lie between 0 and 30 degree, or we can say that this is sin theta A. Theta lies between 0 and 30 degree. It means theta is smaller than 30 degree. So here this refracted ray will bend towards the normal. So here refracted ray will bend towards the normal. Now let us take another example. Suppose this is water. Here water is present. Refractive index of water is 4 by 3, and this side glass is present. This side glass is present. Refractive index of glass is 3 by 2. This side water is present. Now if the light is coming from the glass, this is the boundary up to medium, and it after refraction went away. Now suppose this is angle 30 degree. This is normal. So what is the angle of refraction? Theta. So let us find out again here. What is the theta, angle of refraction. So we know that mu c sin of 30 degree is equal to mu of water sin theta. Mu of z into sin 30 equal to mu of z, mu of w sin theta. So if we substitute the value, so what is mu of z? This is 3 by 2. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. Mu of water is 4 by 3 into sin theta. So if we simplify, what we get? Sin theta is 3 by 4 into 3 by 4, or we can say 9 by 16. So we are getting 9 by 16. Now we know that what is 1 by 2. Sin 30 is how much? 1 by 2, which is, okay, let us see. Sin 30 is 1 by 2, or or we can write 8 by 16. So we know that 9 by 16 is greater than 8 by 16. Nine by 16 is greater than 8 by 16. It means what? Sin theta is greater than sin 30 degree, or we can say that theta is greater than 30 degree. So here we can say that this refracted ray is bending away from the normal. Here you can say that when light is coming from optically dense medium to optically rarer medium, light is bending away from the normal. So till now what we have seen? We have seen that whether refracted ray will bend towards the normal or it will bend away from the normal. It depends on the ratio of the refractive index of two medium. Just now we have seen that if the light is coming from optically dense medium to optically rarer medium, then the refracted ray will bend away from the normal. And if the light is coming from optically rarer medium to optically dense medium, then light will bend towards the normal. What we have seen? Refracted. What we have seen? We have seen that refracted ray will bend towards the normal. If light is going into optically denser medium. If light is going into optically denser medium and it will bends away from the normal, bends away from the normal, if light is going into optically rarer medium. So this is the gist of law of refraction. Generally we used to find the angle of incident or angle of refraction if we know the refractive index of both medium, and whether light will bend away from the normal or bends towards the normal, we can find it by using that formula, mu1 sin I equal to mu2 sin R. Now what happens if there are more than two mediums? What happens when there are more than two mediums? Here it is mu1 mu 2, mu 3. So light will come from mu 1, get refracted, it will have second bonding and again it will be refracted. So this is I, then this is R1, this is also R1 because these two normal are parallel and these two will be alternate interior angle, and this is R3. So I have taken P medium. So we can apply Snell's law here, or we can write mu1 sin I equal to mu2 sin R1 equal to mu3 sin R3. Now if there are more than 3 mediums, so we can continue this equation, or we can write that mu1 sin I equal to mu2 sin I, mu2 sin R1 equal to mu3 sin R3 and so on, or mu n sin Rn. What does it mean? We can keep on applying it every refraction. Here if you see at this junction, at this boundary, there are refraction. So when light is coming from mu1, it goes into mu2. So at this point, one refraction, and then again when that light enters into medium 3, here the second refraction will occur. So at this point also we can apply Snell's law. Similarly here, suppose there is another medium. So here again it will enter into another medium. So here we can also apply Snell's law and so on. So we can keep on applying Snell's law. So at max in class 10, 3 medium will be asked, not more than 3 medium. So there are certain standard refractive index. At least you may not memorize it, but you should know that the glass refractive index of glass. Refractive index of glass is refractive index of glass is 1.5. Generally it is 3/2. In water it is 4/3, and here we know that here is 1. So at least you should know the refractive index of air, which is 1. With respect to air or vacuum, we are comparing all other. So glass is 3/2, water is 4/3. What does it mean? It means that this is the basically ratio of speed of light in air divided by ratio of speed of light in glass. Now let us start lens. Reflection of light through lens. What is lens? Lens is basically transparent material. Lens is basically transparent material which reflect light. So we have various application of lens. In camera, mobile camera, there is a lens. In glass, spectacle which we are wearing, there also lens is present. In our eye, natural lens is present. No. So similarly, there are so many lenses. So lens is basically transparent material which reflect lens. So based on the shape of lens, we have divided so many types of lens. So mainly we will study two types of lens. one is concave lens, one and another is convex lens. This is convex lens. We will mainly study about these two lenses. There are various type of lens also. So lens is made of, suppose this is a sphere. Suppose this is a sphere. This is transparent sphere. Now if we cut this sphere anywhere, here if we are cutting this sphere, so we will get convex lens. So this height, this part from here to here, this is the aperture of the lens. Here, this is the aperture of the lens, and the midpoint of the aperture of the lens, this is pole. Now here, if since this curvature, this convex lens has two curvature. One is this side, one is left side of curvature, another is right side of curvature. This curvature may have different radius, but for now we will have both the radius equal. So we will not consider that case which has different radius. So this is left side and this is right side. If you see this is the sphere of this side and this is the sphere of this side. So here there are two spheres. So here there are two spheres.